We'll open the floor for questions
Nisha?
from the participants.
Yeah. Any question?
Sure, thank you very much. We will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask questions may press star and one on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking questions. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. We have the first question from the line of Dr. KRS Murthy from M Group. Please go ahead.
Yes, I'm here. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes,
we can hear you now.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah. And my question is about foreign direct investment. And when I have been trying to bring in about in the range of $2 billion to a major telecom company, and the roadblocks I faced was in the foreign direct investment limits in terms of a foreign company owning the majority of the company or whatever it takes to have enough control. And I am a US citizen of Indian origin. So in addition to me, there are others who are not necessarily of Indian origin. Combination, what are the issues
Sure.
in
So,
the new budget?
yeah, so in the new budget, Dr. Modi, what has been announced as far as foreign direct investment is concerned is there are policy announcements, although nothing has been laid down in detail. What the finance minister has said is discussion will happen with the relevant sectoral regulator on some of the relaxations that need to happen, and based on that, a formal policy will be introduced. So what they have done is only announced some macro level policy changes which they intend to make. Like as I mentioned, in insurance sector, they are looking at extending the limit from 49% to 100% for intermediaries, and for insurance companies they are going to extend it beyond 49%. So some of the high level policy announcements have been made. The detailed announcement which you are looking at on what will happen to uh, persons of Indian origin, or who are considered as who fall within the definition of non-resident Indian as per Indian Exchange Control Regulation. I think some of those changes will be detailed later. They have not yet been specifically announced in the budget.
Anything if a a person of non-Indian origin is also a partner with me, how is it seen differently from me being doing it?
No, so the way, and again, it depends from sector to sector. But the way the foreign investment policy works is there are categories of investors which are mentioned in the foreign investment policy. One category is non-resident Indian category, NRIs. Second category is foreign
Yeah,
direct investor, who is more like a strategic investor who invest in
yeah.
Indian companies. The third category is foreign portfolio investors, which are more like hedge funds. And there is another category on FVCI, foreign venture capital investor, which is more to do with the private equity venture capital funds. So
Yeah,
there is
venture will be for a smaller
you,
amount.
yeah, you will be
Venture will be
considered.
a smaller amount. This M&A is for the private. Yeah.
That's correct. So if as an NRI, whether you invest alone or along with somebody else directly in India, then there is an NRI regime under the exchange control regulation. If you set up an entity outside in India which invest in the Indian company, then it will be considered as foreign direct investment. So it will depend on sector to sector, and you'll have to take a call depending on in which sector the investment is going to be made.
Okay. 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 I'll follow up with my
Sure.
friends and colleagues in Palo Alto and
Sure.
if required, all. Thank you.
Yeah.
There are no further questions.
All right. Thanks to all the participants for joining this webinar, and we hope you enjoyed listening to us and derived some value out of the presentation. Thank you once again for joining.